Alright, this is going to be a quick tutorial. I have some stuff I need to get done, so let's try to make this quick. Basically, this is how you can make custom weapons and then add them to your game without needing the developer menu to spawn them in, and without having a save editor. Because there's no save editors that work for Dead Island Definitive Edition, as far as I know. So first off, what you want to do is you're going to go to Manage and Browse Local Files, or just go to your install directory, open up DI. You'll have a data0.pack. What you want to do is, first off, rename it to data0.pack.bak for backup, or anything really. So do that. Of course, my folder stuff here is going to look a little different, but you should just be focusing on data0.pack. Alright, so once you have the .back added, right click on it and copy it. Make a new folder just for temporary use, and paste it in there. So once you copy it, paste it in there. Put it back to .pack and open it up with WinRAR. Drag data out of the .pack into the folder you made. Alright, delete the data back, close the WinRAR, and right click on it and add it to a zip folder. So I'm going to use 7-zip. Add to archive, make it zip, ultra. I don't think it really matters, but I'm just going to set it to ultra, and press OK. Alright, now you can get rid of the data folder. Rename data.zip to data0.pack. Alright, now doing that will allow you to edit the data pack without errors happening in WinRAR, because if you try to edit it without doing that step, sometimes when you save a file and try to update the data pack, it will cause the WinRAR to crash, and sometimes it saves, sometimes it doesn't. It's better just to do this so it will save all the time. Alright, so cut this out of here. So Control X and paste it in here. And now you got a backup, which is the data0.pack.back, and you have your data0.pack. So, alright, now that you've done that, open up data0.pack. So this is how the game has shit in it. The game reads this, and this is the game, pretty much. It's not really, but this is all the stuff that tells the game how to do the things. So AI, of course, holds stuff for the zombies and infected. If you go to menu, movies, intro movies, and open that with Sublime Text, I recommend Sublime Text, but you can also just use a normal text editor. You can comment out all this and skip the intro movies the game has, stuff like that. But what we're focusing on is adding custom weapons and putting them in game, so you don't need the developer menu or a save editor, which you can't use anyway. So there's a few files we need to pay attention to. One of them, the main one, is inventory_gen. That's going to hold all your items and item data. So we're going to open that with Sublime. I made this custom weapon right here. Alright. We're just going to separate it so it's easier to look at. It's basically a shotgun, but it's full auto. And it's called, the name of it is A Firearm Shotgun Mod. And I just added the name to the description and name right there. In order for you to be able to spawn this in game, by default, you can't. unless you have the dev menu. And I'll kind of show you how to get this in-game without using the dev menu or a save editor. So next file you need to look for, open up inventory _ special. Alright, so you open that up, search for the dev weapon, so type in dev and then search for that. So we got, alright, knife military craft. Alright, so here's my shotgun mod that I made over here. So the name of it is A Firearm Shotgun Mod, and I added a craft plan dev 5. So I added this chunk of code right here, and this is how I get it into the game. So basically what I did is I copied the dev 4 plan, which is by default the mind-blowing military knife that the game already has in the game from the devs. I copied that and changed its name to dev 5, and I changed some of the requirements for it, and I, instead of having the base item a melee military dev craft, what I did is I made the base item the name of the weapon I made over here in the inventory gen. And I make sure you have craft creates base item true, because that means that the craft will make whatever this base item is. Alright, so once you made your little weapon mod in inventory, alright, or you made that, you go over to here and you copy the craft plan dev 5 and you press enter and you make a new reward item name, and you put the craft plan dev 5 and add a 1, and that's how you do it. Now to add the M60, you can literally just copy and paste. You can just copy and paste what I've written, but so M72 law right here. This is I made a craft plan dev 8. I made that. All right. So ignore everything else. So this is what you're going to need to type out if you want to make the M72 in the game. You can just copy this and put this in your inventory special, and it should work. Basically, the required item is the M72, and this will create the M72. And then you copy craft plan dev 8, go over here, and you add that to here. That's how you do it. So, and in order to get it in game, start a new game from fresh. I recommend from start, from like prologue, in order to get it working. And it should say craft plan unlocked M72. It should work just like that. And if this isn't, hopefully this was helpful. If it was too fast, I apologize. I don't have a lot of time to be doing this, but that's how you do it. I have a mod that does this already. It adds the M72 in the game. It adds a custom weapon I made. It adds the M60. It adds an M90, which is a custom weapon I added into the game. And here I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, my other audio actually kept fading out with the game volume. Don't know why that is. Anyway, you might not have to start a new game, but if it doesn't work, start a new game and see if it works. If you do start a new game though, when you start the prologue here, I'm going to skip this cutscene here, and see where it says blueprint found? That's where the weapons you added to the DLC_text will show up. So if you did this all correctly, which I'm sorry if I didn't explain it well enough, it'll show up like this: Fire Eyes Fall Out of Shotgun. I alt-tab a few times here looking for my text editor, but for some reason I closed it. Anyway, ignoring that, that's how you get the weapons in the game without having to spawn them in. So in order to get these, you would go to your workbench and craft them. I really hope this was helpful and informative. If if I did a shit job, which I don't blame you if you think I did a shit job at explaining how to do this, I'll try to make another one. But this is a no script. This is just me explaining to a recording software really fast. Hopefully it helps. Have a good one.